everybody. Here we are with top 8 of Casa Street Fighter. I am the Doctor, being joined by Monkey Business.
So happy to be joining you, Doc. Last week I was pools. This week I get to do the top 8. The top 8 has matches that you'd expect of a top 8 in online Street Fighter 5 at this point. This one features 2 Warlord players. We were just talking about this before going live, Doc. Golden letters up there.
Yeah, Fluxwave's newly appointed, as far as we can remember. I'm sure that there are people who watched last week. But yeah, I mean, this is a good matchup to be going into, I feel. Fluxwave has so many different characters that he can bust out. Child, obviously, this just raid boss Balrog that we've seen come in and just wreck everybody's shit. And now Fluxwaves, who quietly does the same thing. And I have to feel this is like immovable object versus unstoppable force.
Yeah. As Poison, you don't have to do anywhere near as much moving as you're going to have to do as Rog. So you truly want to be that unstoppable force, whipping away with crouch fierces, stand fierce cancels. And as Rog, I'd be pretty worried. I didn't see which V trigger was picked. I don't think we're able to see it yet, honestly. But you lose a lot of V meter to V reversals against Poison if you try to pressure you. So your game plan has to change pretty drastically as a result. I made it to the loading screen now.
V skill 1, V trigger 1 for Balrog, V skill 2, V trigger 1 for Poison. I don't know if you got there to that screen.
Yep, I just got there. That's always the Poison choice, right? You Cartwheel just gives you amazing new OP off of your most difficult combo enders. You get to be point blank and actually insert mix-ups. You can change sides when you anti-air with Cartwheel Punch. I'm sure we'll see that at some point. Both of these characters actually have amazing single button anti-airs between stand and crouch. So I think it'll be a slugfest on the ground. But we need it to go to the corner if you're rooting for Child. Mid-screen Fluxwaves will be fine.
Yeah, Fluxwave's very familiar with these kind of lame style matches that he has to play, in the face of hyper aggression. But something we've noticed from Child over the past weeks is he loves his overheads. He will constantly let those rip as long as you're going to allow him. And now we finally get a trigger activation from Flux.
Yeah, spent it all. Yes, just throw the reversal. Molotov did its job there. Still a good use of VT.
Yeah, Flux doing a really good job slowing things down. Had gotten blown up early, but it only takes one anti-air to shut up that round.
Yeah, you said he was slowing things down, and then suddenly he jumped in, sped things up, maybe when he wasn't ready to. Child was definitely ready with the medium punch anti-air. He got hit by just a regular jump earlier, so I understand why after Fluxwaves. But Child is taking notes of every single time he gets hit, for sure.
Yeah, like you're saying, he's an OG Warlord. Definitely going to be well-versed in the online ways. Very competent, able to stop out these jump-ins. Finally going to get jabbed out of that overhead, though.
Yeah. Overhead could have maybe mediated. Maybe Child expected backgrounds instead of quick. Fluxwaves with a 3-framer and a side switch anti-air into shimmy. You can kill here for 1 bar. Not even. Oh my god. It's just a Molotov.
Using the Molotov to extend a little bit. But we've talked about this overhead from Child a lot in the past because he will use it like a Macaulay uses command gun. Just never ending, will loop it forever unless you jab it out. As soon as you can get that jab out under control and make sure that you're interrupting it time and time again, he will, take a step back and try and come out with a new approach.
Take a step back, build charge in the process, holding back. Maybe make the game plan a little bit more reliant on just dash punching, right? But like you have so many different things to get through from Fluxwaves here, especially now that he's fully loaded. Any of these could be hit confirmed. Oh, great trade combo, almost.
Really happening. Gonna build a super. Child's gonna bad boy. And that's gonna be Fluxwaves taking game 1 here in top 8. So these first 2, 3. So it's always good to get the first one up on the board.
Yeah, he was looking to answer your question, your confused question, right? Because that was quite a scramble. We were seeing trades, both players swinging. Fluxwave swing was the one that was fully converted into VT and Super. Good stylish way to take game 1.
Yeah, I mean, we saw lots of different back and forths there. We saw early on in the match, Child going for a lot of rush punches, tried to adapt into some overheads. Fluxwave seemingly pulled out an answer card for each one in turn. being able to come out ahead there as well off of a full conversion, off of a trade even. They traded right before that, but Flux is pretty solid.
Yeah, and solid decision making too with this side switch. Child has a lot more work to do now. The Veerversal gets it started, but the jab interrupting dash punch V skill. Fluxwave is still hanging on to that same bit of great life from the Veerversal, and he's going to keep it going into the next round while building some meter too. Any hit could go into super, not that you'll use it on the first hit, but he's got it on any touch.
Flux is definitely one of the most comfortable players in the middle of the map that I've ever seen. And he does it across all of his characters too. Poison, Manat, Mika. Like his mid state of Mika is pretty scary, and he's just showing exactly why he's so good at it with this poison.
Yeah, even buffering preemptively with the poison stand link kick, that thing hitbox good enough to stop and advancing Balrog dash straight. Pretty incredible. Still in worry now of getting stunned. Not even spending Veerversal, still wants to win the round in some way. Knows that V-Trigger's an essential ingredient along with a lot of gasoline.
So is that overhead coming back to fruition? Going to be able to work his way through to another round victory. But we've seen this one before, and it went Flux's way.
Wow, yeah, you don't have enough time to do stand heavy punch in that frame trap sequence. Fluxwave knows that all the Balrog players like to just maximize the Grey Light they apply, but from that range, he's got nothing fast enough.
Interrupted an EX rush there, so that is now child Balrog up until about now, but he's still just getting exploded by these EX whips.
Yeah, that was another one off stand light kick. Buffer's been showing great control, holding the screen so firm. I mean, Child is a Balrog loyalist. It's been an incredibly quick 2 games. I think as a Balrog loyalist, he's probably accepted that this kit with Rog is still his best shot. Probably not going to see any switches or anything. Oh, looks like the lobby's set to first to 2.
Alright, so that's an easy enough fix. It is first to 3, so we will get the players back in. But, I don't know, do you swap these skills as Balrog to try and get that extra charge up, get the 2-hit rush punch to try and break through something?
I can see the temptation, because to actually get guaranteed meterless plus frames on your dash punch is great, but you still run into the same problem where Poison's whips are taking up that screen space that you want to dash punch into. So all she has to do is press her crouch fierce or stand fierce a little earlier, and you'll still be getting counter hit on the way in. Even if it's light kick, right, you still have the problem, because the buff that he still provides is only the frame data. So he'll get a lot more mileage, and maybe he could play outside the range and try and dash punch in after a button whiffs or even is blocked. But it would have to be an incredibly negative button like crouch fierce, and I don't think Fluxwave even does that, honestly.
So he actually swapped triggers. We're in V-Trigger 2 now for Balrog. So he did make a slight adjustment. We'll have to see if it breaks through enough, because I don't even really remember him activating in either game now that I think about it.
We saw a lot of Veerversals for sure.
Yeah, but he's activated now. Time to go in. Does have access to that command grab. Is he going to use it? Yes, he will. Activate grabbed that stun city. Oh man, does it again just for the BM? Come on now.
BM and some pretty good meter build. Almost stunned him again through the stun combo. That didn't go that much stun. I swear I could have seen it coming.
That's why I'm personally a really big fan of Rog's second trigger, is it gives him a tool that he doesn't normally have. You can really catch some people off guard with it. Obviously, Flux is very versed in command grabs, but look, he's already activated. He's, 15 seconds into the round, activates. Yeah, he's not good for health, but he's about to make this even real quick.
Yeah, stun will be the factor. One command grab on the board already. Was waiting for something. Trail's got counter hit. Probably trying to create a meter that's not real, actually. He did dash. Balrog doesn't have time to do that. And stun's gone now. Grey Life adding up. Combined with chip, combined with anti-air crouch medium punch. Pretty lethal combo for Fluxwave, putting himself on set point here.
It really is one of the better buttons available.
Oh, shimmy too for Fluxwaves. Fates the throw successfully going in the air. I don't think that was the combo version of the cartwheel trick. Another throw bait. Nice.
Oh, jumps over the crouching medium punch there. Able to get corner control again. Going for his tried and true overhead, but gets blown up for it.
I could see that being the great start of a sequence that is not starting now. It looks like it's going to be Fluxwavez, maybe ending things as soon as possible with stand leg kick check. The third or fourth stand leg kick check done across the screen. Such low commitment from Fluxwavez, and it makes the commitment look so high for a child who goes down 3-0. Still,
Yeah,
still
that was pretty quick. You know, he was able to sneak out, you know, his third round there by swapping V triggers, but I don't know if that was really the issue with the gameplay. I think Flux just had a really good read on the character matchup, and like you said, was really good at interrupting those rush punches that can be so important to the Balrog game plan.
Yeah, another thing is Fluxwavez was so able to block it out, and the threat of command grab actually put a dent in that. I mean, the one round that was taken pretty firmly, it was very much Balrog VT2 round. Building stun, building fear. Building fear is essential if you're going to win the Street Fighter match, right? It's Street Fighter 5, and you probably can't lame somebody out for the entirety of the round.
You can try.
Barring Zaffarino entering the tournament with Saga. I mean, even he is shooting Tiger Cannon. You know, I am using VT1, trying to create offense, and you know, sometimes it happens. Sometimes the Dawson player plays perfect. You know, everybody says that if Dawson plays perfect, he shouldn't lose, but it's just not gonna be consistent. Which is why you got to bring in those dice rolls, man. VT2, command grab, hell yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, who really wants to play a game where it's decided in character select? You know, that can feel kind of bad sometimes. So it is good in a way that there is some of this RNGesus factor, you know, in my opinion anyway.
Oh yeah, I call that a CNG actually, conditioning based number generation.
Okay.
It never random. Yeah,
Right,
full credit to every player that ever landed any hit ever, including Gandhi Ryu.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. You know, I come from I've played card games. I've played Hearthstone, so we have actual random number generators over there. But
Yeah.
I definitely get what you're saying here.
Believe it or not, I'm actually familiar with that. I played a deck called Evolve Shaman, or Pokemon Shaman. That's one of the only times I've branched outside of fighting games.
I believe it's coming back in a very degenerate form with the latest X-Pack there. So you might have your time again, Monkey. You can bring it back on mobile. You can use it when you're on like the metro or you're going to the bathroom. You can ruin someone else's day while taking care of business.
Yeah, just a good 10 minutes of ruined day per game. I just love doing that to people, and when I lose, it's not my fault because it's random. You know, that's the
exactly.
Grappler OS too, right? Like every Geef player, every Mika player, characters reliant on command grab. Like, oh, they just jumped, they just guessed right, they had the right read. And then when you beat them, everyone's like, oh my god, you're godlike, bro. Your conditioning is unreal. You just always know what they want to do. Like, yeah, of course. What do you mean? I know how my tools work.
How are these grapplers so smart? Why are their brains so big?
Yeah, because they can focus so much energy actually on neutral, knowing that they have a win condition pending, right? Like, you don't have to get very creative when you have a command grab, and I appreciate that so much.
It does make things a lot more interesting. So we are just waiting on DiegoV to join the lobby so we can continue on with our top 8. Speaking of grapplers, Monkey, did you see Logan's retweet today about not letting a grappler player borrow your stick? And it was a picture of the housing for somebody's stick that was snapped in half.
Oh my god. How hard can the butter be churned?
I don't know. That's what they were saying. They're like, as soon as I can figure out how to make it work on Hitbox, I'm done with this you know, fight stick garbage. Yeah. And then like, but still, like, you're really ripping into it. And they're like, don't worry, I replaced it with a metal bracket, but it still bends for some reason. And it's like, holy moly, what are you doing with your hands?
I don't know. And no matter what you're doing, if it's that strong, it's probably not the most efficient use of your time making an input. Like,
that's the type of player that plays the first to 3 and then has to like go take a breather. They've expended all of their energy just whipping the stick, and they're just like, "Oh man, I gotta grab a drink. I gotta grab some water, maybe like a snack to re-energize."
We're actually so in the lobby right now. We have players that actually aren't supposed to be playing, and is this the right match?
No,
in the
it's not.
bracket?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay, we cut the feed.
Hey,
Yeah,
no,
this is not supposed to happen.
no. It's supposed to be DiegoV versus Dr. Mandrake.
Yeah,
Is what
DR
we're supposed
Mandrake.
to.
Yeah.
Dr. Mandrake.
So, I guess. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, he's on.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, cool.
Alright.
Okay,
All
all
right,
right.
so
So
Long
Long Island
Island
is,
guys,
yeah, they're hanging out. They're together.
they threw us the OG mix up. So this is
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, we got the Ken. So it is DiegoV playing on Marvisto's computer. They've done this before, so it shouldn't be too surprising to us. So here we are.
Yeah, the surprises are yet to come, honestly. Fast forwarding into the round as we speak, very eager to see what kind of Ken is pulled out here for DR Mandrake, who I'm sure has experienced a lot of Ken, but really DiegoV is on the come up representing Ken in the US. Long Island specifically.
And it's such a unique fireball game, and it's really coming out right now. You know, he really kind of pulls out of these weird matchups that I feel like probably shouldn't work. But I guess Urien, as our resident social media guy calls it,
Urien.
has some really good buttons.
Yeah, so this is a battle of characters with slow fireballs and explosive V-triggers, but like that's not going to stop either player, Diego or Mandrake, from trying to represent it. Because they're both agreeing to build meter, too. They love their resources.
Not spending it. Neither spent their V-trigger round one.
Yeah, and so even at a pretty even 1 bar here, not spending that yet, has plenty to use now in the corner. But Diego fighting his way out, successful V-reversal. Ken's always had one of the fastest corners.
Able to get out with a nice little sweep. Does get an air reset though.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that we didn't see EX Tatsu for the punish against sweep. Crouch medium for EX Tatsu, big corner carry and damage from Ken. Great OP. Yeah, that's a guaranteed V-reversal spot, but Mandrake's still making it happen, and so is Diego. DP and comboing off of V-reversal recovery is Mandrake. That was about like a 5-second scramble, continuous. Both of them were active, never defensive.
Yeah, that's what Aegis will do to you, and then the Ken brain coming in there as well. But oh no!
He crossed himself up. Urien's confused. Mandrake stuck in the corner now as a result, suffering.
He's able to bust out a little bit though. Going back to mid-screen.
Yeah, caught Diego dashing forward, linking off crouch medium kick. People forget that Urien can do that because they're normally swinging into Aegis with it. But no, still a good button otherwise. Look at that slow fireball. Diego made so much space just following that in.
Gonna get an activation. First time we've seen this all match. Does have corner to work with, but these guys just don't want to block. They just want to keep pushing buttons.
Those swinging. And as Mandrake, you want to swing with crush counters. Coral kick or heavy punch, you'll give yourself V-trigger, but getting anti-air also did it. And so Mandrake basically has a life lead right now. He can juggle here. Pretty dangerous reset coming up.
Reset.
Still got shimmied though. The throw tech was baited, just a simple step backwards and a crouch medium punch. That's old reliable. No matter how hard you were scrambling earlier, insert that mix up and you'll probably work out okay. Low risk, high reward.
Looking back at the second Aegis activation there, it looked like he wanted to get the crouch short and do the normal push into activation, but it was too soon. Diego was still flipping downwards, it looked like.
Yeah, it might have been too early on the attempted media off air result, but I also don't think second mirror crouch like Aegis works. So I'm just really confused about the whole idea, which is why I'm happy to be here in the next round, not thinking about it.
Just moving on, putting it out of my brain. I'm gonna continue drinking. We're good here. We're good.
You don't get to stop thinking about that counter hit shoulder thing. Urien spends a long time converting into the target combo.
He's spending a lot of time getting taken coast to coast, though. Just block. Somebody block, please.
Yeah, that's not the objective. I don't think not blocking has gone wrong enough yet.
No, not even a little bit. These guys are swinging and it's working, and they have a good mindset, right? Like, you can't win without hitting the opponent, so you might as well do that as often as possible.
Wow, amazing knowledge from Mandrake actually. To use Urien crouch light punch to hit 10 cross-up. A lot of cross-ups are pretty shallow hitboxes. I've never seen that happen. Urien is normally pretty screwed when people cross him up. They have to do heavy kick anti-air.
Run up after the fireball. Is he dead? Nope.
Not yet. Just needs some meter to spend, then he would have been. It was a nice 3-hit light link, but he's got a lot more to deal with. This is just good getting started. Gonna see a side switch here shortly, you know. And then we go back to mid-screen.
Using that EX fireball to stay safe. But
yeah, +2.
Only needs one more hit from Diego, and he dashes up at the exact same time Mandrake's gonna go airborne.
Final round.
Yeah, and looking the whole time while dashing through all 15 frames of 10 dash to make sure he gets the DP. It's the first clean jump in we've seen against Diego. Oh, and definitely the first clean quarrel punch buffer we've seen. That's high execution from Mandrake. Showing off now, about to get stunned perhaps. Can he show off a stun combo? No, one away. 10-25, 10. Swinging with back medium. 5-frame mediums. DP. You get a chance to activate the side switch. No, where's he going? What's the plan? It's the plan. It's Katsu.
What is happening?
How do you deny Aegis? He's got V skill now. Oh, he gave himself trigger. That's the problem. Alright, now neutral's hard.
The far mirror coming out right as the fireball activation. Not enough time to hold back at that point, and Marvisto signed his own death warrant.
Yeah, that was kill confirmed right there. He collected the tags, got 100 points. Mandrake, I love seeing Aegis Reflector used in its titular form. Reflector, you know? It's called that for a reason. It's not just about reflecting bodies, reflecting people out of the tournament. Sometimes it's just denying the fire.
Yeah, and that round actually came pretty close when it didn't have to. Had Mandrake done a back throw, we might have actually seen Marvisto fully stunned. That was like pixel perfect right in the far right corner.
You're actually exactly right. In last season, that also would have been because Ken got the vitality and stun buff, same as most of the cast honestly. So you got a back throw there. It only does a little bit more stun, but I still think it might have been enough.
Sometimes you only need a little bit more, you know, 25 extra maybe. Oh no, jumping into a mirror.
Yeah. Didn't get the double bump, right? Yeah, maybe thought he had V-skill with it or meant to do EX. Either of those two things are necessary to total there.
Smokes him with a metallic spear from no range. Tries to bust in with an EX shoulder, but...
Yeah, so we're playing honest footsies right now. Dashing forward, no V-trigger. Sweep! Yo, there wasn't even any space to walk back. The corner was right there.
That was do or die. If that gets blocked, Diego's able to pull through. But sometimes you gotta risk it.
Yeah, small risk on the violence knee drop. Only got DP. Not much OP on the follow-up for Diego, who's still basically cornered. Fully cornered now by the EX shoulder.
That was the longest I've ever seen. It just caught him at like literal max frame.
Diego had a pretty great chance to just cross up and create some pressure, but he did Tatsu. I wonder why.
So this is alright. That's actually game. I lost track of it, but that's 3-0 to Mandrake.
Yeah, it happened fast. We never were counting Diego out or changing our emotional feeling about the match because it was always so offensive and both players were playing to win and not to lose. Right, that should be the standard, but the pace never changed from round one. And that
really could have been either player's game at any point, too. Like, all rounds came down so close.
Well, you know what that means. It was 3-0. It was close, though, you know?
Yeah, it was close, but yeah, he 3-0'd me. It was close, though. Real close.
Bro, I lost 3-0 and got destroyed. Real close rounds, though.
Yeah, it was over in like 5 minutes, first 3, but... You know, every now and then, I just needed to activate trigger.
Yeah, and then he had less than 100 life left, no trigger for either player.
I forgot to back throw, that's all.
Yeah, I was thinking specifically that last round was going to last a little longer, considering there was or no resources, but the proximity to the corner just made them manic, and no player is more manic than when they're throwing out Urien's sweep. You know, so confident that you're not going to block low. It's such a big, long normal, actually. And I think Diego had a little bit of space to maybe walk back, but he also had space to dash forward, which is what he was doing. It's what he was mostly doing.
He blocked low twice before that too, which is why it was super hard.
Yeah, there were punishes on sweep too. It's good to see the normal represented though, because we rarely see sweep from Urien players.
So I was gonna say, why did Marvisto leave when he's our next match? But we got him back, and so it's gonna be Marvisto versus Child, which is that's super fun to me because it's Honda, who, barring the turtle skin, has really kind of been jumping up in people's tier lists, I feel. You know, we have the Prophet Ultra David, you know, singing his praises. You know, the character's done extremely well here at Casa, and has now started to take his talents elsewhere. But into Balrog, a character that almost seems to be figured out, but is one of those characters that's just inherently strong. Like, he's figured out, but it's not because, like, when you figure out, like, Ibuki mix-ups, right? Like, the character just has good stuff.
We've seen No Need to Talk play against Marvisto's Honda, and actually, there was some matchup where we saw No Need to Talk's Balrog against Honda in Casa. I think it might have been the tournament before the block party, but I remember seeing Balrog struggle so dearly with cross-up butt slam, and the general wild and zany air approach. Both characters have a charge move that they just throw themselves using, right? Honda's creates the knockdown. Balrog leaves him unhit pretty close, almost in that walk-up throw range, right? So you'll see some similar tendencies in the neutral, but the end goal, I think, will be very different. Balrog wants to stay and stick to you let blue. Honda can touch and go on his own terms. He's going to be EX butt slamming. Oh, okay. Even dashing in, getting a counter hit with Crouch Medium Punch with Marvisto, and stunning with Crouch Fierce. Watch how big this stun damage is with Marvisto.
No, he's just dead.
Yeah. No question.
So, one thing to note is we do have Trigger 2 coming out from Child again. I remember, I think it was 3 weeks ago, the first time he ever entered, he went V-Trigger 1 the entire way, and I kept questioning it. But everybody on the mosh pit that week was like, oh, it's good. But it seems like Child sees some value out of that character.
Yeah, that's great. Marvisto wasn't quite able to punish the overhead, but he's creating plenty of opportunities now. But Child somehow ended up out of range of the light frame trap from Marvisto and swung on it, getting a whip punish basically on an attempted frame trap. Marvisto's getting checked real smooth from Marvisto. Not into much damage. I think he could maybe get hands there. Can definitely get hands on target combo.
Really respecting the tools that Child can bring in.
With punishes, the throw attempt, with Fierce, no hands still. Marvisto with the life lead regardless. Chip's about to be a problem. Yeah, that's the ace in the hole.
Do the damage. That's a weird flipping, but okay.
Yeah, weird is to be expected from Long Island crew, Marvisto, and the Kappa costume main here we've got. Get ready to see the mouth. You have to look at it. You have to acknowledge it.
Actually, I got a question for you now. The bald spot on the top, is that part of an eggshell? Or is it supposed to be like a prior tuck
Round 1.
monk haircut?
Fight.
I really have no idea. I assume it's what Kappas actually look like.
Because it looks like it's a piece of an eggshell. And turtles are from shell, so it tracks, but that means that there's hair underneath the alleged bald spot.
The eggshell should certainly fall off if it got hit during the stun combo getting juggled now, but it seems to be stuck on like glue. And Child's stuck to the opponent like for a complete turnaround of the fate of game 1 there. This is the game plan that I hope to see from him.
Yeah, you know, really able to bust through the defense of Marvisto. Avoided a lot of the counterplay there that we saw a lot in game 1. Is finally going to get command grab though, so that kind of hurts. Does it again? One more time.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get another command grab after EX command grab. Honda's left closer. And once you see the non-meter command grab though, you realize you're pretty much fine with that dash, which is why we saw the regular meaty from Marvisto. Big hands tossed in there. My god, look at the hit confirm time hands gives you. You're right, he could have supered, but EX headbutt anti-air also does the job for less meter.
Yeah, now he's 2 bars heading into round 2. Recognized it, the life lead didn't need to spend all 3. Does get blown up round start. Overhead coming through as well.
Unfortunate rock from Child and a good punish from Marvisto, who now stomps on him, stays plus, gets the command grab.
Raw headbutt through it connecting.
Right after the attempted meaty headbutt after his command grab, which obviously doesn't hit meaty. Child jabbed it.
Tried to punch the throw whiff there. Didn't quite connect, just out of range.
This is another player we've seen now who's interrupting every single time Child tries to do heavy punch after doing like punch from max range. Did he bait the super? Yes, he did.
Dead. Game 2, Child. Impressive little adjustment there. I feel like it really was much more the Child show, very much more aggressive, able to play his game plan, didn't have to worry about getting, turtle-headed the entire time.
Yeah, that was a pretty surprising wake-up super, but if you look at the life and realize that the wake-up super will kill you, you're going to make the choice to not pressure them. At least that's what you think of your Child. For a lot of players in this game. But at the same time, risk rewards, risk reward. So I respect the decision from Marvisto. He might even keep doing it too.
Yeah, I mean, if Child had gone for literally anything, pretty much, he would have lost. So, I mean, sometimes you just have to spend the bar. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then you just go to the next game. It is a first to 3. You do have. Actually, top 8 losers. Are we running 3-5 top 8 losers? I
yes,
don't remember.
yes, 3 out of 5 the whole way, and it's only tied now. So if you make that decision, you go up 2-0. Huge advantage.
Yeah, versus 1-1, it's basically now a first to 2. You just play a normal set.
You played plenty of those. Oh, how many times have you landed on the headbutt for a full grounded combo, finish follow up with overhead, get the kill? That's the only time I've seen that against Marvisto. Child showed it to us. Taking the lead in the set for the first time.
So, game 1, Marvisto was blocking the overheads almost every single time. But round 3, it looked a little bit tougher. Now, Marvisto was getting hit by the overhead again, and it's costing him rounds.
You gotta be careful. Also, take care to introduce as many different elements of offense as possible, including command grab, which added a lot of stun that Child is still pursuing. He can still hit firm into the stun. Now he's 1 hit away from stun for sure.
Forward throw wouldn't be enough. Potentially back throw would, but I think it just works. But now it's kind of a moot point because I think he's not dead.
Huge light scaling on that combo. Really kicked in, saving Child. Saved again by the corner carry. Back throw every time?
Just gonna EX butt slam.
Oh, no. EXP skilled that. Oh, and the plus frames after butt slam. Really confusing situation. I think Child might have thought he was going to get crossed up, which changes the frame data to negative and makes you swing. But he didn't get crossed up, and so it was a counter hit there for Marvisto. Tying things back up.
Hands coming through nicely in the EX slam. And there's just so much chip on this character. It's honestly quite ridiculous how much you can burn through a life bar without actually hitting anything.
Yeah. And also, if he does hit you, he's left in a great situation on hit. Frame advantage. He has the opportunity to scope out your movement with the EX butt slam hitting on the way up, which we saw earlier in this round. We saw 2 commanders. That might be it. Yeah, that's it. Wow, definitely killed here.
I love that command throw. I love it. It's so good.
And I also, the eternal Balrog struggle of having a stable 1-bar corner combo. We saw Child actually switch sides to make sure that EX dash straight did not whiff, because doing it in the corner is inconsistent still after 3 years.
Yeah, but they give him a command grab. If you didn't give him a command grab, that honestly wouldn't have happened. But
that's the conversation they have in the dev room. They're like, okay, the character is not allowed to have a stable 1-bar corner stun combo, but he is allowed to have a command grab, but not a cross-up either. He's still the only one.
That's true. Give Balrog a cross-up, Capcom. Yeah. That's all you need to do for season 5 summer patch.
Yeah. Oh my god, give him a chance to contest these fierces, which are both whip punching and counter hitting style. Marvisto with masterful timing demonstrated this round.
Can't chip death without super though, so does need to land his very last hit. But Marvisto's no slouch at playing defensively. He's got that turtle shell for a reason. He just has to keep holding down back.
Yeah, he just got pushed on block into the corner, and you can tell hands was coming out here at next. We would have seen it on block into super for chip, for sure. He just needed one opportunity, and he let the meter get built for him, getting pushed all the way to the corner. Didn't he have to use it?
Can Honda jab the overhead? Because we saw it earlier on Poison. Can Honda do the same thing?
Oh yeah, he's got a 4 frame stun light punch. You see him just now whip punishing with it too. About to create a sequence, but instead we're going back to the screen. Marvisto's backdashing the command grab and now putting himself in a great position to tie it back up once again.
I think he missed the link there. That could have been fun. Instead, it's command grab city. Doesn't have another one. Used up all the trigger just for that.
Yeah.
And now we reset back to a little bit of neutral. Chip,
Which is going to be a problem because Chip is coming. He's got super. It's going to have to be now. Find your kill. Don't let him play neutral. Oh, you found it! But no meter for any kill. And the even butt slam. This time it was the butt instead of the chest. The attack for which the move is named proved clutch there. I was thinking that might have gotten air to air. It was definitely up in the air.
that's so tough to see.
Yeah, so we see 2-2 now, and it's been a slobber knocker, exactly as we hoped it would be and kind of anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, I've been loving these top 8 matches. Everybody's playing lights out, you know, not holding back, just pressing forward eternally. Unless they're your charge character, in which case you kind of have to hold back at least a little bit. But
You know, yeah, just hide when you're holding back, right? Buffer it in normal, partition. Oh yeah, he was holding back in the corner there while holding down. Confirm buffer. And there's butt slam.
Does get the cross-up version though, so like you said earlier, it is negative. Able to push some buttons. Marvisto probably going to even up the life lead just to chip now that triggers active.
Oh yeah, butt slam. Even regular non-meter butt slam still hitting on the way down. Being really difficult for Balrog. He's not going to be able to kill here. He needs to set up a reset. Goes for the knockdown.
One more?
He found it.
Alright. Air reset into command grab.
Yeah, that is a big buff for Balrog this season. He's able to actually dash and stand light kick your back dash area. Before he couldn't even catch you on back dash. Catching, yeah, neutral jump.
I'll front start too, because he's been blown up quite a few times by dash punch on round start. But with Child's for a little bit different of a shape, he's able to get something a huge crush counter there. Just raw hands.
Counter hit light punch into what I think was medium or maybe even heavy hands. That normally does not combo, but because it happened to counter hit, that was a guaranteed kill.
Does it again, round start neutral jump. I think Child's a little shook.
Marvisto was really playing away with buffering. Definitely shook after that combo drop. Able to recover with some B-reversal. Can you take the Grey Lift or are you going to get stand heavy punch? What's going to happen? You took it, but you also got stand heavy punch.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah. In the corner now.
Alright, life bars and back even.
Triggers are coming. What's going to happen?
CA was almost available, but if you get a V reversal out of Child, which means he's not going to get that trigger till very late in the round, if at all. Gonna V reversal the trigger, but armor's through.
Yeah, only got one hit. Can he kill?
Not quite yet. Chip isn't available, but who needs Chip?
Who needs Chip when you got dash up, command grab? We saw command grab in every other circumstance. We saw command grab to take turns after V reversal. We saw command grab in real knockdown OP situations. We hadn't seen dash up command grab yet, had we? Hell no. So bringing out last was the perfect play for Marvisto, putting himself into Winners Finals 2 weeks in a row, I think. Oh no, that was losers, right?
Yeah, that was losers.
Okay.
So I got confused about the best of. But for those of you in the chat, shout outs to you guys, making sure that we have somebody to talk to instead of just Monkey and I talking to ourselves. If you have not already, however, be sure to click that Match Arena link follow through there. Use the coupon code Casa SFV12 and make sure to contribute 50 cents to the pot there. It is completely free. Doesn't cost you anything. All you got to do is copy and paste that coupon code. If you do feel like spending a couple dollars, we do have that marketplace there with some sweet little swagadoodles there. You can also go ahead and follow all these Twitter quests. You can do the surveys, all that fun stuff just to contribute to the pot and give these players something worth fighting for. I just
other than the bride, other than the deed for the house or the room space in the Casa, which I believe Spaceboy has claimed plenty of, but probably not as much as Marvisto in Casa tournament in particular. Marvisto is always here.
He's always here, but I feel like, let me find our online champions for Street Fighter. So it doesn't look like last week's number. Oh no, because we skipped one. No, wait, there's two 15s. All right, there's two 15s in our Casa SFV online champions. That's what threw me for a loop. Looking through, Marvisto's only won it. All right, he's actually won it twice. All right, I thought it was only the once, but it is twice versus Spaceboy's once. So there is some opportunity here for Spaceboy.
Yeah, definitely has a chance to buy up some Casa stock and become a partial shareholder in whatever we're doing.
Do we have stock? Is paying rent considered a stock? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I can see an argument for it, but I'd rather not listen to it. You know what I mean?
Well, no, because there's no argument. Because when you buy a stock, you literally own a part of the company. When you pay rent, you're just.
Oh yeah, you're not a partial landlord.
Yeah, like you can't eventually pay enough rent to own the house. Like,
no matter how many times you fix stuff yourself, you know. So paying rent in the corner was Diego, just throwing fireballs and kind of actually fought his way out in using the fireball game from a corner position.
Diego learning how to patch drywall for something. I don't know. I was trying to make a joke based off you saying you had to fix your own stuff, and I lost it. Now Diego's back in the corner. He's got that hole in the drywall again. Full circle.
This is where you make the hole in the drywall. You do it actually, maybe made a hole in his dome, jumping in with that jump heavy. That jump in pretty infamous at this point. Very tall. She's suddenly 7 feet tall every time she presses jump heavy kick.
It cost him a bar too, which is pretty crucial now heading into round 2. You know, Diego is down a little bit bar. Now he's definitely down bar, but still, like he could have been in here with 2 bars. Instead, he got kicked in the head.
Yeah. Battle of the slow fireballs. Who's got longer recovery? Does it matter? Because Sakura is charging hers anyway. She doesn't care. Spaceboy is so good at actually using charged fireball and the occasional anti-air fireball. You know, spice it in, makes the read on you preemptively.
Tried to get that air-to-air though. A beat to the punch.
Yeah, if not air-to-air, just cancel it into the leap anyway, so that you don't get full grounded combos, right? That's kind of an OS that you can do to minimize the damage.
Spaceboy though, jumping on Diego is not good. He's pretty good at DPing just about every jump in. It's very rare, I feel, that he gets caught, you know, throwing out the fireball. So, all right, Diego grinded it out.
Yeah, I would assume Diego takes pride in DPs. One of the cross cutters that we have in the Casa for sure.
All right, chases down the Tatsu there, able to get a punish in.
Chases Ryu with the air Tatsu, but Sakura is just not going to be able to escape the corner in the same way. Still hasn't escaped the stun bar either. Diego now pressing, keeping the stun up with fireballs, making sure it doesn't dissipate. Gonna get in eventually, but got into an EX fireball from Sakura instead.
That's another one of those unique fireball game aspects that Diego can bring to the table. Able to keep that stun bar super duper high, but we just lost the entire screen to one Sakura fireball.
Yeah, and some life too. All the backward movement from Diego has not paid off. He's now in that corner position that he was in round 1, but he can punish this great 5-frame punish too.
Jumps in, DP through, Sakura, no slouch in that department.
Yeah, and this is enable DP Sakura. She's got frame 1 invincibility and such quick recovery on charge fireballs. You specifically only want to jump at the tap fireballs, and it's just not as common of a choice from Spaceboy at the range he throws them.
Doesn't recover in time, does do make a DP, tries to go low, only needs one more. Diego trying to grind out, fighting through this fireball wall. The reversal was too late.
That's punish guaranteed. Diego waited it out. I was worried that Spaceboy was going to play so solid defensively and then Diego would overextend trying to open him up, but instead it was Diego realizing that he doesn't need to take any risk with that life lead, even with such a small life lead. He waited for something punishable and punished it appropriately.
Yeah, I mean, even that V reversal, it looks like another situation of the stun from the one he blocked wasn't gone yet, and he hadn't been hit by the new one yet. So the V reversal ate the first fireball and caused him to get hit by the second one. Just kind of one of those online unfortunate situations.
Yeah, a lot of scrambles can happen fast.
Servers back in the Stone Age, they don't quite have fiber connectivity just yet, so we gotta make do.
Hey, there's the crosscut DP, anti-cross-up stuff being demonstrated. Spaceboy looking for combos, has a lot of resources to use here with his trigger time, but he's in the corner and running out of life to use it.
Yeah, we saw a nice little adaptation there from Diego, throwing tons and tons of regular fireballs, and then the one time Spaceboy goes to contest, we get the EX from Diego, busts right through it, gets a bit of damage through, and just playing at a really awkward range for Spaceboy, forcing him to try and come at you. Now it's gonna work, and Spaceboy is doing a lot of damage. Holy cow.
Yeah, that trigger timer just doesn't count down fast enough for Diego's game plan there. And wow, it was actually a trip guard from the DP. Ken was in grounded recovery from the missed jump in.
Trying to bust through with these fireballs again. Makes Spaceboy think he's gonna stay out just in time to get in. Gets the throw and sets himself up for a potential game 2 victory.
Yeah, and he did that doing another thing that Spaceboy maybe didn't expect, which was Ken had V-trigger. You think the activation's coming before the mix-up? No, Diego just went in for the mix-up using the expectation of activation as the mix-up.
Always have to take the most advantage possible and, play on these kind of expected tendencies, right? Like, you kind of expect the Laura to sunset wave. You expect the Ken to, DP activate. But if you just run up and DP, who expects that? They're expecting a freeze frame before they actually get hit.
Right, and then you can apply the same thing to super rational ideas like dash up throw, Both these characters have amazing dashes. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of them. They're so committed to this kind of Shoto grounded game, buffers, fireballs, DPs, anti-air. It's so classic right now. It's like a performance.
Yeah, it's making for some really long rounds too. Like, we're only in game 2 of this best of 5, and we're still 1-1 apiece round wise. And I feel like almost everyone goes below like 50 seconds.
Right, a round like this is the pivotal moment in the set, but the pivotal moment is made up of a lot of smaller moments. Fireball game has slowly taken Spaceboy and Marvisto to the right corner, where Marvisto's pretty comfortable fighting for his life.
Yeah, Diego, he's not really too concerned. He is going to get the fireball activate though. Tatsu's over just to get screen positioning. Lock Tatsu into crush. That's probably dead. CA available.
And you can CA forward. Don't go too high. Yeah, you're good. Okay, Spaceboy, take the lead.
No, that's Spaceboy tying it up 1-1. Right?
Oh my god.
Looking at the screen, it should be 1-1.
Sakura wins.
Yeah, you're right. The set's just been that long.
That's what I'm talking about. Like they're just hanging out, max screen, playing fireball games, and we're like, all right, well, we can head to our next match. No, wait, what do you mean, 1-1? We still have like another best of 3 to go through.
We're not used to this. Right? We're used to full jump-ins and big damage and corner carry. Not very used to mistimed throws. I don't think Diego wanted that. Wants to use a high damage punish though. Wasn't able to switch sides, but not really too concerned. He's fine at his screen. He loves his fireball game.
Not only that, but he was mostly way towards the corner. Run up, kick, DP.
Yeah, you can always convert that in the corner. It becomes
That was pretty close. That was a nice little combo.
it's really powerful too because you can contextually hit confirm Ken step kick if you have V trigger. You see what the opponent's doing while Ken's running, and if it's something that you know is going to be punished, you can just do DP and save some meter and do good damage. And if it's on block, just do step kick action. You don't even need trigger activation ready. You can just have it nearly there, and the step kick will give it to you. This round has been given pretty free to Spaceboy so far, and yeah, no change there. Back throw.
Okay, that was we take those, I guess.
Definitely. This is the one to go up 2-1. That pivotal moment that we were referring to, what feels like so long ago, you know, 1 game ago.
Yeah, I mean, winner here does put themselves on set point. In a best-of-5 situation, you definitely don't want to be back against the wall like that. But
One hit
Spaceboy,
stun, and he wakes up buttons into activation, trying to take over. The momentum is shifted. The fireballs are a little bit better now for Ken. You get knockdowns. Those can go a long way. Same as the long distance that the overhead travels there.
oh, the wake up!
And activation is ready here for Spaceboy. Great place to wake up. Oh, can you get it? No, it's too big! Heavy Tatsu with V-Trigger is just so privileged! And the DP... Wow.
Full jump in, punish?
And dead on the last hit, Diego optimizing, knowing that the V-Trigger DP from Sakura takes forever to recover, even when her normal ones don't. Good matchup experience there demonstrated from Diego, or at least lab work, right? Getting that jump in with that counter hit damage bonus is what allowed him to kill, with no meter.
You want to talk about robbery rounds? That was a robbery round. And
Spaceboy robbed himself.
Round 1.
Yeah, like he activated as the Tatsu was hitting him in the dome. That was such a deep cross cut. Diego has to have like a freaking macro or something. Like it's every time. Like
Just saw another one while you said it. 2 in a row while you said it. We're
he has to
still
have a 1-button DP. He's out here playing Ed, skinned like Ken.
My man's playing Falk with Psycho Schnei. Nah, his fireball game is way better than Ed's though. Ed's 4 medium plus fireballs. Yeah, I mean, I think Diego's has like confidence right now surging. We're finally having Sakura in the right corner. She starts on the left. She's not supposed to be here. How'd we get here? Maybe a knock throw?
No, it was the crosscut DP.
Oh, okay, yeah. And now look where we are. 60% later.
Oh no. All right.
1, 2, 3. Welcome. Okay, sticking at midstream. That's an intentional choice here from Spaceboy. Not messing with the corner anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to have the opportunity for Diego to really get the pressure going, but he gave up so much screen pressure there trying to trade this fireball game.
Punishes the fireball with DP for 1 damage and still has to do the same thing. Hit confirm to super to win. You can see him going low. That's punishable, but it didn't punish. Diego maybe didn't think he was close enough. Walk forward first. Loses his chance to activate. This is Spaceboy's round to take now, and he does so with Crouch Fierce Anti-Air. Sakura classic.
Round 2.
That was a really close round. That was almost kind of another robbery one. It just was the slow, grindy kind of just, I'm going to play better footsies, I'm going to do my thing, and you have to break my game plan. You have to break my wall.
Yeah, and maybe we might see breaking through the right wall stage transition if this game keeps up the support. It won't. DP is here. I'm Diego playing on Marvisto's account is ready to completely reverse your expectations and maybe put Spaceboy in range of some. That's why we see V reversal.
Still getting banged up though. Nobody wants to go down. Now. Actually, wait. Alright, he's dead, but
no, it's too far for the cinematic.
Oh no. And he DP'd through the fire!
It was so close. 1 hit, 1 light, 1 fireball as the poke. That is footsies right there. Played with Hadoken. Yo, the way Diego uses EX meter to contest the layers of Sakura charge fireball and is fine doing it, doesn't mind losing the resources, is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, not too often do we see like EX DPs or anything from Diego either. Occasionally an EX Tatsu, but using the bar, like you said, to break through this type of stalemate where he's gonna lose the fireball war eventually. Nah, he just every now and then throws in an EX. But this is set point for Diego. If he wins this round, he wins the series.
But he won't.
Nope.
It's a little too late now. Yeah. Yeah,
He's,
yeah. Leaderless.
Quite dead. Yeah. So game 5 between
Sakura
Spaceboy
wins.
and DiegoV in a very close, very interesting series.
Yo, so I know Liston's listening right now. He's actually probably in staff talking about Ken and Sakura are the same character. But like I've listened to this rant. I've heard him talk about the same heavy kick, same stand leg kick, a lot of the same specials, slow fireball, all that. But who knew the matchup between them would be this interesting?
So I'm curious, why are we? Is Diego taking a second to relax, chillax?
Maybe he'll
do a
put Marvisto on, have the Honda get repped.
Can you imagine? It's game 5 and Diego's just like, I'm done. Play Honda. I don't give a shit.
Diego's like, yo, I know you got eliminated earlier, but what if we say that it was my Honda?
He didn't get eliminated though. That's the thing. He won his match. He beat Child.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to like invent a hypothetical where like that could happen, but it actually is like already happening. I kind of forgot about that part.
Diego's just like, nah. Get your set started early. I know you got to play him next if I lose this.
Round
But,
one.
just go ahead early.
Fight.
But no, Diego just going for the side swap. Now playing on the player 1 side. Doesn't seem to be doing him much good though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a whole new place to get comfortable fighting from, and he's still comfortable though doing light DP, not even setting meter. Oh, but got stunned by Ha, dove, and was not gonna die. Meterless combo hit, last hit too. 1025 light. I'm a little surprised Spaceboy didn't spend anything, but it does give him the same amount of meter as his opponent to go into this match point.
And we're just gonna get a double dash under the jump in by Diego. Decided he likes being on player 2 side a little bit better. But
Yeah, that looked like it was his first objective, going back to what was familiar.
he's like, wait, I don't want to be on this side. It's Evo, Dragon Ball over again, Sonic Box, pulling the card to swap sides to player 1, throwing everybody out of whack.
A pretty small conversion on the VT activation, but the corner carry is what matters. And that's what Diego acknowledges. EX hot swing out of the corner, creating a very dangerous situation, and kills off that dangerous situation, entering the most dangerous situation of all for both players. Match point, both ways. Look out, final round.
Yeah, this is a true final round. 2 bars to 0 bars a meter. Does get the anti-air. Goals out of the corner as well. Oh no, Diego.
One of the first block DPs we've seen the whole time, and it is stunned with Fierce. Definitely not going to kill off the stun though. Diego still has some space to play. He just has to not get reset. Oh, he got punished and died. Spaceboy stays true, strong, firm. Blocks it, knows it was coming. He gave his opponent the opportunity to mash DP, and it came out. They're
Yeah,
begging you to drop that combo on that tight link into the free-frame jab. So like, we're all mashing it, but Spaceboy knows we're mashing it.
Because that's still negative even with activation. It's like -2, -3.
Oh, the DP? No, it's -6. That's a
Oh.
frost cast punish. Yeah.
But he just
So, yeah, he
really-
died. His fate was sealed. Sakura has a great 5-frame medium punch that you can confirm in a back pierce or crouch medium kick, depending on the range. It was a foregone conclusion the moment the D came out. And it accelerated the work of Spaceboy, who played a grueling set and was probably tired of having to actually play that long neutral game made up of fireballs, buffers, and anti-airs, right? Instead, you just had to bait one thing and killed him.
I mean, I don't think his day gets better. His next matchup is against Marvisto, and if he's able to clutch that one out, he then has to play the loser of our next match, which is Fluxwavez versus Mandrake. So he either has to play a Poison Mika Manat hybrid, which can be very slow, grueling matches, or Urien.
Urien. Yo, I'm worried either way. I'd actually maybe prefer to have the character loyalist advance, so you know what to be thinking about, and at least he can be watching the stream here and know what's coming. Maybe get used to what either player is doing in either event, but it's always going to be with Fluxwavez. It might be a totally different character. It's mostly poison, but who really knows? He might change if he goes down. he might change if he feels like it.
I mean, we've seen a couple times now where Flux will go down, 2-0 or whatever, and he'll bust out the Mika and just rip through, a reverse sweep, and then go back to poison the next game. Like, he's such a unique player, I feel, because he does this across multiple titles too. Like, he does this in Grand Blue Versus. He's been playing a lot of the Zoe. Last I checked, I actually missed him in our tournament today because I was sleeping. No,
Yeah, that's okay.
I was eating dinner actually. But I mean, he does these kind of like weird, like really messes with you type game plans across multiple titles. And I got a notification that the Fighting Chance shop has updated. So thank you.
Round
Capcom,
one.
I guess.
I didn't know these notifications were built in. Also, Fluxwavez recently needs to be congratulated on completing the ranked mode. Got 300,000 rank points. I'd be pretty comfortable topping there, but I did see those 600 down there. That means you probably have a good, like, 5 or 6 matches to lose if you want to lose Warlord, so it's a pretty comfortable shield. Fluxwavez might still be grinding.
He's waiting for Capcom to release the one above Warlord.
Yeah. Which, if it existed, Trashbox would have already forgotten by now because he has 1,300,017 points.
I feel like Capcom needs to do the World of Warcraft thing where they just shave a couple zeros off of all their numbers.
Yeah.
EX Violent Knee with crouching medium. It's so good.
Fluxwavez had a pretty big drop there on the light confirm. That could have been a big swing in momentum. Oh, not 2 hits of anti-air though, so Fluxwavez gets to live another day, at least a couple more seconds. Mandrake with a big resource disadvantage, maybe feeling it right now, even have to go up against the reversals. Oh, but he finds the EX cart. I can't believe that we just saw jump medium kick. That was like smug with the, every time he does jump medium kick with G, he gives you that sound effect. Something kick. I forgot what he called it.
Alright, round 2 going more Fluxwave's way is no. The whip went the wrong way. If the whip had auto-corrected, that would have been the round.
Yeah, Poison also does have a crossover jump like this. That would have been helpful. Oh, okay, who cares if the jump is that but because Fluxwavez can land and get an even better punish, not even having to use a crossover. I think that's a pretty safe way to create pressure, or at least railway, while also baiting the EX headbutt. Just go take the air and hope that that crazy jump normal that Poison has is plus on the way down. Coral punch to the corner.
Able to jump over the fireball. Fluxwave special. So not really escape the corner though. Really kind of keep holding this, Urien pressure. And Mandrake recognizing has advantage and decides to let a little bit more change back here.
Yeah, and still. Oh my god, regular headbutt. Regular headbutt on the wake up is so good for going over throw. But even in other situations where the opponent is doing anything even slightly unconventional, the headbutt just hits them, and he converts off of it into a kill, basically. A situation that leads to a kill.
Mandrake going up 1 game. That was actually really odd. I don't think Flux really got to play his game at all. Just purely Mandrake kind of winning the scramble sessions, coming out ahead even, majority of the time. The one wave that Flux won was very him focused, but after that it just didn't seem to come together.
Wow, not even in headbutt range was Mandrake. Fluxwavez showing mastery of the range, but Mandrake showing mastery of the mash, getting out of the stun, and now being put in a +2 point blank situation. Very hard to get out of that one. Actually, a 4-frame Urien with no violence or no EX headbutt ready. Yeah, that's a 4-frame conclusion.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody mash out a stun before.
It just happened. Yeah, Mandrake actually trying.
It worked. Yeah, he wasn't trying. It worked. All right.
Yeah.
That's to him.
Yeah.
He's getting some nice little damage done here. Huge stun bar, but it's not going to matter now.
Oh. I think the Fluxwavez would go for the side switch combo. Poison does have a user. So Fluxwavez found a different way to change sides and put on a lot of damage in the process. +2. And he, another time, Yet again, regular headbutt is hitting where EX headbutt would whiff, and we're converting off of it into kill situations. Air reset coral punch, Aegis activation, end up killing with the throw. Genius.
Pretty standard Urien play there, making sure that you never give your opponent the opportunity to know what's going on.
Yeah, and it's a response too to Fluxwavez baiting EX headbutts by taking to the air with the poison jump heavy punch there. So already showing adaptation is Mandrake.
Flux has got that exact crush counter so many times.
And he's used this Aegis activation so many times. He's probably done that trade and Terra combo so many times too. And it's never getting old to him. Losing meter though is definitely getting old. Ah, yeah. That's the meter advantage. Fluxwavez hit confirming into super. Shortly after, just one V reversal to knock the opponent away. As soon as you do that as poison, you get that knockdown and you're already at advantage. You're in whip range. They're not in normal range. What happens next?
Good steak dinner, that's what I talked about.
Yeah, they get cooked.
I was going for a meaty joke, but yeah.
Cooked meaty, Molotov, gasoline, grilling going on with V-Trigger 1 and poison. Man, you never see poison V-Trigger 2. Literally never see it.
Poison could get a Kiss to Cook summer outfit.
We will see that on August 5th.
True.
Got some nice announcements coming through for this game, I'm sure, on that stream that I'm not watching.
Capcom's August 5th stream is just skin announcements. But there's no Chun-Li, so the community is ecstatic.
Wow. Until the next day when all the Chun costumes come out.
Oh, by the way, we're having a fire sale. Just like we're having a fire sale on Poison Health Bars. Come back next round, we might have some more.
Yeah, Mandrake even bought himself some meter there. I think Fluxwavez might have been able to mash out of that stun if he were able to mash the speed of Mandrake.
He still got throw tech. He gives the mash and throw tech, essentially.
Yeah, imagine that. Very selective mashing towards the end whenever you see him picking up the thumb. You know, nobody's capable of doing that yet, I don't think.
That'd be really impressive though. He's gonna trade on the cross up, follows up the scramble. Mandrake about to be going up 2-1 here. Only needs one more hit. Coral Punch not gonna do it. But alright. Flux's turn.
Yeah, nice side switch meterless. Ow. Yeah, I understand the desire to do crouch medium punch for poison. It's a very plus on block, but really short range though, and it seems like Mandrake had a sense that anything advantageous that poison wanted to establish just wouldn't be in range as soon as Urien crouch light kick would hit them. So crouch light kick is the old staple. Rashid tier crouch light kick almost with that length. And with Aegis activation, it's a whole nother beast. Speaking of whole nother beast, we got character select from Fluxwavez, and we know there's plenty of beastly characters waiting at the hands of this beastly player.
So we got Manat, we got Mika. Typically he swapped to the Mika.
I think you go Mika here, for sure.
Yeah, Mika Urien's pretty decent. You know, you kind of put it through the washing machine, really make them think about their life choices, and, you know, try and say GG's come back next week, I'll do it again. But, yeah, because Manat doesn't work here. Manat, I don't believe works in the slightest.
There was one point in the past where we did discount the Manat preemptively. I think it was Brad and I commentating Fluxwavez versus Squall. And we were shocked that Fluxwavez went Manat against Rashid, but it worked. And then Squall had to bring out the Nikali. Won't be seeing any of those characters but Mika, though. Ready to crush counter any wake up Aegis with a full combo. Don't have to worry about wake up Aegis either if you're just throwing them. Brimstone moves at the ready.
Yeah, just crush counter mid-screen. That's fine. Into Peach. Now it's point of control. Flux. Alright, so here's the thing I really like about Flux's Mika, is that shoulder mix-up that he gets, or OS, whatever the hell you want to call it, where he just stops short of getting the blocks done, is absurd. It gets everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, pretty technical Mika play being demonstrated here. I mean, outside of the wake-up V-trigger, I suppose, but oh, yeah, and then he just walked in a Coral Punch.
Alright, I think Mandrake thought the mirror was going to interrupt his combo, so he stopped at just the overhead kick.
Yeah, it's either that or a drop. He wasn't sure about what to do next, though, so I am thinking it also could have been a drop.
Trade this one not going Flux's way, but nice little follow up. Man, that was kind of scary.
Partial charge drop kick to get the opponent to press something slow. They whiff, you dash in. 18 frame dash in, there's no slouch.
V-trigger, gives him gray life, only needs one throw to blow that up. Punishes the drop kick cancel though.
Yeah, pretty to the partial charges now. Oh, two of them.
Plus frames
And now
on the
drop
way
kick
in.
pulling it back in. Yeah. You got the laser Mandrake knows the timing. Thought that would kill. Maybe you had to chop them into the mirror or something? Perhaps like a kill though. It always will. And Mandrake will end the set with it the same way he ended the previous game. Tossing that thing out before things could get any worse. And they could have got worse fast. Mika had 3 bars. Any jump-in combo would kill. Any, maybe even Fierce Buffer could kill or lead to Mika's messed up Oki, which we don't even have to think about. We saw like 1 Brimstone the whole set. So, a
Yeah,
lot less stress.
you don't gotta think when you're not getting thrown. So that's pretty good. But
Yeah.
I was gonna make a comment about how I feel like this is one of the first times in the last couple weeks that Fluxwavez hasn't made it to our top 3. But he lost to Burkish last week, so
Yeah, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Even if it's Burkish's Rashid, who is clearly on the come up now. That Rashid from Burkish.
yeah, he's been
Burkish
playing
made
a
a
lot.
point to say,
He's been playing a lot of online, but so that is another 4th place. No, wait. Oh no, that was winners. That was winners. My bad. Holy moly, that was winners. So Flux still has another chance.
Great, awesome. Good news for Flux and for the spectators, because that's like 4 more characters that we may get to see in our finals here.
He just busts out the Abigail.
Yeah, definitely could be.
But so back to the loser side, back to the basement we go. Spaceboy versus Marvisto for tournament life. Winner goes on to play Fluxwavez.
Loser semis it is.
So Honda versus Sakura.
Pretty different body types going on in this matchup, and I think the way that they body evolve is very different. Spaceboy, this is not just generalized based upon the character choice, but I think his play is quite. It looks calculated and methodical while it's happening. Almost I mean, we're used to this, right? We saw him play Diego in like an hour-long set made up of anti-RPG, fireball game, and buffering, right? It's fundamentals. And here is Honda to throw himself over fundamentals. 1 EX slam or headbutt. Even though the fireball game is conventionally what's good against Honda, I think you don't have time to charge fireballs with Sakura, so charge fireball game might be especially hampered. I'm just fast forwarding to this match now, and
he missed a lot, and mostly it was just Spaceboy doing damage. But there's that interruption on the charge fireball you were talking about. V reversal into normal fireball. Alright. I don't know if he was trying to do something and got hit.
Round 2.
Maybe just assuming there was some hesitation. I think when you need to make such a big comeback as Honda, you maybe try to get E-Skill 2 at any cost.
With EX.
Oh yeah, that fireball recovery is looking really long. He's not going to fall on it because Honda's the only character that can steer his neutral jump with heavy. It's actually so cool that only he can do that.
Does add a nice little element to his toolkit. The nice little socket wrench there. But back into the corner again. Basically really not giving him an opportunity to get his game plan going. Now though, Marvisto has some room to work with, has some room to charge. Only keep getting charged just in stun bar though. Alright, never mind. Spaceboy. Give him a bit of a break.
He snuck under with a combo drop, but lost a round in the process. I don't think that was the intention. It didn't look like he was punishable though. It was light. I'm still not sure, honestly.
clip it, ship it. We'll check it out later.
Yeah.
No interruption on the charge. Back against the wall, turtle shell. Making a nice little bed for Marvisto.
Grey Life is being well defended by Spaceboy because Spaceboy is being aggressive. And a little too aggressive. Got walk forward too close, got crossed up by Marvisto, who is rich now with positioning.
Yeah, all of that room to work with. Does land on the fireball, no heavy punch this time.
Taking the jump in, no anti-air, either wasn't charging heavy headbutt or didn't think heavy punch would come out in time. And so now we're taking a lot of damage and dealing with one combo kill situation. Can take one throw.
It has to end here now if Marvisto wants to, continue in this game, or take the game, excuse me. But he's still fighting to the fireballs, and Spaceboy is totally content to run up and down.
Yeah, he can't take the Marvisto can't take the game because he's gonna take the throw.
Yeah, that's one of the situations where you don't take the threat. You try and do anything but take the threat.
Yeah, and end up taking a light or crutch leg kick instead. And either way, you don't feel like you were correct because you don't. It's all situational, so you don't let it bother you. You go into game 1 still butt slamming with confidence. Go into game 2, excuse me, still butt slamming with confidence.
Spaceboy, though, not deterred by getting slammed by the butt, able to force his way to the corner once again. Nice little side swap though from Marvisto. And back to fireball. Marvisto hasn't really found an answer to these just yet.
Yeah, didn't find an answer back rolling into the chip either. It's obviously minor, and the positioning could still be more important, but it doesn't feel good to get media by fireball. All the Street Fighter 4 players know. All the Street Fighter players. The anti-airs are becoming a problem. The lack of it.
He's really getting away with murder here. Able to just jump over everything. Able to get the Tatsu counter on the wake up.
Yeah, I think speaking of jump over, he might have jumped over a throw tech attempt, because that's definitely the intention using that Sakura Tatsu, which, by the way, is safe on block, so you get a safe throw bait. All those Ryu players that dash at you and do Tatsu to go airborne should just be playing Sakura.
That's very true, actually, the more I think about it. You do lose a couple other pieces to the kit, but alright, Sakura, we see you. Some more for stun.
See the corner damage shining through. Empty jump low leads to a really scaled combo, so may want to see a reset here. Nope. Doesn't need it. Wow, okay. Tatsu is just not airborne soon enough. V-trigger active and ready to punish the V-reversal. The V-system said, use trigger.
Well, we do need to wait a ways there. All of this chip coming through. Trigger halfway over
Yeah, set more than halfway over for Spaceboy, continuing to advance through the games. Still has one more to take, and from Marvisto, we're probably not going to see Ryu, right? Like, how gifted could we possibly be with Shoto matches? Oh, he went to character.
Well,
still.
I tell you.
He's doing it. He's definitely doing. We were just saying how if you want to throw bait people with airborne Tatsu, you pick Sakura instead of Ryu. We might see it with Ryu.
Marvisto's Ryu is something special too. Like it's something about these Long Island Shoto players. Like Marvisto's Ryu, Diego's Ken. I feel like there's someone I'm forgetting that plays Sagat from Long Island. Or am I tripping?
Not sure in particular, but the Casa triplets are Moons with Bison and Cody. I'm sure we saw him earlier.
Yeah.
And then Marvisto with Honda and Diego with Just Ken forever. No matter what anybody says. And he's been getting better the whole time. Oh, okay, and it's protagonist of game I never played Ryu. This costume's represented, and that means he can get naked, so be careful. He has a costume code, literally just be wearing underwear if he chooses.
Ah, you spoke it into existence, monkey. Here
Oh no, it's yellow. Oh my god, it's the SpongeBob episode, bro. Yellow, pink. Got the patch of underwear on.
He is getting popped a little bit. down already below, about half, definitely below half HP. Tried to parry the fireball, but the charge from Sakura messed it up timing-wise. And now he's dead. And Spaceboy is on set point.
Yeah, Marvisto needed to keep the armor on, but he can't take it back now that he's naked. It's a full commitment.
Fight.
Yeah, armor does typically protect you from damage, and being naked means you take extra damage. Not literally, but it's a tough scene to watch. Let's get the air-to-air though. Maybe that's the start of something.
A lot of frame traps here from Marvisto. Spaceboy knows that. He's a Shoto player as well. And so he stayed solid blocking that whole sequence, which was all frame play. Oh, Tatsu, punish? Okay, we were just talking about Tatsu. It's working miracles, right? Going through projectiles with heavy. I still want to see that throw. So Ryu Denshin V-Trigger is now dissipating against Sakura's like fireballs. It's gone.
Now gone.
He built Nita though, and he's building ship up slowly.
Not enough though, I feel. Trying to get that V-bar back with some V skills. Wants another activation. Oh no.
Full jump in. That must have been a GP attempt gone wrong. Or
he's still in recovery.
Oh, but it's a counter hit, I think.
Did it? I missed that though. Yeah. I thought he was just in recovery from the fireball still. But
that would definitely suck for him. But he has activation out of freeze the screen himself, so Marvisto has a chance here, and made another one with the third Tatsu through a fireball in one round. Huge grey light for both players. Whoever takes the first has huge chance. They both use all the layers shooting EX. They know the fireball game has huge stakes right now. Another V-trigger from Ryu.
Yeah, I was gonna say the change.
Oh, he got jumped in on. Ah, that was the biggest change throughout the whole set. I thought it was so close to going the distance, but the real distance was covered by that jump heavy kick from Sakura. Spaceboy has had masterful jump time throughout the entire run through top 8 here.
Yeah, I mean, what was really masterful about that one in particular was that it wasn't during the fireball spam. They sat for a second, they corralled it, and Spaceboy said, "My paper to your rock. I'm moving on to face Fluxwavez in Losers Finals, and I will see you next week."
I'm not gonna lie, I think full jump in is scissors. It's like rock
damaging.
It's damaging, right? It stabs you, it hurts, and you're not supposed to lose to it. If you pick scissors and rock paper scissors, you either don't know the game or you're really trying hard to get in somebody's head. Because rock comes out on frame 1 and it can't be reacted to. The game starts in the position of rock. So
rock is like wake up DP.
Yeah. It's standard. It's level 1 of whatever Yomi you're thinking about. So then good players are like, okay, I'll pick paper because if anyone's hesitant, they play rock, and if anyone's smart, they also acknowledge the presence of rock and are fine tying with another rock. Because your only goal in rock paper scissors is to not lose. Tying is fine, winning's better, but not losing is good too.
Yeah, but tying means you have to play again.
And that's fine, right? You avoid the worst possible outcome. You could probably just play rock again, even if you do nothing.
I guess this is true, but Spaceboy disagrees wholeheartedly with you, so that's...
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's saying rock is jumping, paper is anti-air, and scissors is fireball.
That's the meta, huh? Man,
he won.
He the rocket.
He took a W, so I guess I gotta defer to him on that one. But now he has to W his way through Poison, Mika, Manat, Random Select, and we're probably gonna see the Poison off the rip, just because it seems to be Fluxwavez' bag. But maybe start with the Mika now that you're in Losers Finals.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, Mika's all warmed up. She's ready.
Start strong.
Nope.
Go later.
I'm gonna come green and say like no fireball game in Street Fighter 5 about Mika for more than like 30 seconds.
There's about 3 seconds there.
Yeah, or less. I fast forwarded through that and I still understood what happened.
Rush counter into EX airplane, into stun, into corner damage, into reset, into more damage. It's the Mika special.
Fluxwavez actually took the knockdown instead of the reset. I'm a little surprised. And then he took both layers of that EX fireball. Spaceboy picked it up. That's kill. air crush.
I love to see
Round
it.
2.
Oh, man, I love watching Mika play.
Realize you're in the air at the time dropkick's gonna hit you, you're screwed. She'll
Yeah,
struggle you on air hit or crush cover you.
You can't do anything because you get wingless airplane. The double dash forward into command throw back to the corner into the flying peach to eat the dash.
Oh, the secret Oki. People were like, oh, Mika's backward command grab has no Oki. Or when you forward dash. Oh, this is huge. That's a kill. Even step forward. Killed meterless, wasting no time as Fluxwavez. Forget about the super, forget about Nadeshko, not even needed. Was V-Trigger even present? Barely, right? No, not even. That was a clobbering. Nadeshko's like, you did it all on your own. Congrats, patting you on the back, but please invite me next time.
That is why you play Mika. Like, that is... When you're a Mika player, this is what you live for. These highlight reel moments. You can probably fit that entire game
Round 1.
inside a Twitch clip.
Fight.
Because
Yeah.
it is just lights out aggression from Flux.
Yeah,
And
that's a task for Dan Cravat on the social team. Let me see the whole game in the Twitch clip.
and if you can't tell Flux to speed it up a bit, because that's the goal for tonight.
Yeah. Or, you know, implore Spaceboy to slow it down. Definitely slowed it down, accidentally doing overhead and neutral. Surely a mistake, and it got counter hit by Mika to a full conversion.
We do see the activation from both sides, actually. And, oh man, nice little damage. Still wake up, too.
Wow, oh, yo, that Fudo's been doing that since season 1. Realizing, letting them jump over you and then command throwing them back. And if you actually command grab them back into the corner, you get a immediate forward heavy punch.
I think Mika tried to roll under that big fireball and got countered by it.
Yeah,
Also
yeah,
really-
you can't go under with Crouch Fierce. You can with Sweep, though.
Why is
Sweep
it
is obviously a lot more unsafe.
really far away, the reversal? And it ended up giving him the round, but that was really far away.
It's all legs. They got the stats list them as 5'5" and 5'3", but it's like 8'1" legs every time they press median kick or rear.
Listen, when you're stretching and just going for that solar plexus kick, you definitely get some range.
Yeah. Surprise
Alright,
wingspan. Nice little analysis of risk rewards and Fluxwavez still jumping in, not putting these small punishes. Now it matters though. This is Sakura corner damage. Everything changes.
Does need to get out one more for stun. That hurts. That's painful to
Yeah.
watch. I did not like that.
You know, it seemed like there was a great deal of stun left, and then Crouch Fierce stunned in one counter hit,
that
keeping it
was-
on scale.
That was pretty crazy. I'm looking at the bar again on the stream, and that's like a good like eighth of the stun bar just like exploded.
Counter hit Crouch Fierce. Be careful.
Yeah, why not? Do it again. He does. Does get the
And-
activation. Covers the whip command grab though.
Yeah, so just so you know, old Mika would have been able to combo off that because of, but then command grab recovery got increased. Not even good.
Yeah. What's the difference trying to roll under these fireballs, but is getting hit by them? And it's really causing an issue with him getting in, just like that EXDP stops it. Cracks.
Yeah, yeah, and destroyed the potential activation from Mika too. We were going to see sweep activate and do a 50-50, actually two 50-50 mix-ups minimum. And the end result of either of those could have been drastic. The actual result is a lot more comfortable for Spaceboy. He's representing the DP, keeping the opponent afraid of doing what makes them good. Inserting mix-ups for force.
There was a good amount of stun bar too. Imagine if Flux just
Round
holds
one.
back there. He probably gets within one throw of stun, setting up some more good Mika play, potentially ending it. But
Oh yeah,
Tatsu-
yeah. If you get hit by the Mika sweep in the DPC, then she just does the delayed Nadeshko, and you have to deal with an even more dangerous setup. And like contested neutral for even longer because you don't exactly know when Nadeshko's coming because you don't know the direction.
Belly flop gonna get punished after blocking it. And we're back to the corner with Sakura on top. Good V reversal, but bust out of the EX fireball.
Oh,
Rushed. All that gray life gone.
Yeah, Grey Life and the damage itself. Mika didn't get the best OP off the EX Peach. The opponent can usually back roll safety, but not much safety left for Fluxwavez. Getting DP'd.
Okay.
The whole team in the air celebrating.
Round 2.
Nadeshko paving the way for Mika to safely go to the other side and also get the kill in the process. Cool.
Yeah, sometimes teamwork does indeed make the dream work. And to the wall we go. Reset, opposite side. Stun incoming. Still alive though.
Meaty
actually.
microphone put up. Meaty microphone. Yeah. Oh, you can burn off it. Yeah, for sure.
Big
So,
brain.
Quick rise or back rise, meaty microphone is ridiculous. But it's even worse if you back rise into it. Mika's more plus, has more time to freely confirm into whatever she wants, and whatever she's
Mika
confirming into
wins.
will lead to more damage, because that microphone instantly buffs your wingless airplane combo enders, it buffs super, it buffs your every kind of throw, even regular throw and command grabs. So in stun situations where the damage is highly scaled, every Mika player will do it.
That was perfect. I don't know why that slipped by me, but I was watching her back on stream and I saw the 7 golden letters. That's how you know you did your job as a grappler.
Yeah. I installed a perfect, maybe once or twice in the 3 out of 5 set. Oh yeah, 2 brimstone. This is what I'm about.
3.
Yes, 3 brimstone. Okay, let's
Do it
five.
again.
Oh.
Oh, we take that though. EX airplane off of the Jericho does not connect with the reversal, but those plus frames are so good.
Spaceboy picks up off the dash. Still has some V-trigger left to use. Put the opponent in the corner off this thanks to V-skill.
That was an accident.
Overhead hit out of the air. Sets up the stun. Where did Spaceboy take that round from? Oh my god, I think he might have been able to back out at the end of it. I'm not even kidding.
So what started that really was the awkward cross-up potential after the dropkick in, because Flux definitely didn't expect to go as far as he did. And then with Spaceboy getting the cross-up, it just really opened up all the avenues there.
Yeah, and Spaceboy's still swinging with back fierce, even though he got whip punished by full charge dropkick Casa.
Woo! I mean, just because we got hit by it last time doesn't mean you can't give up on it. No, you do need second chances in your life. Forward throw. Activation, no punish, back throw, okay. Spaceboy.
I'm surprised the Spaceboy went for the throw. I think a regular light combo might have done a punish. But here we are in the corner. The full meter Mika. She confirms into super. Right off drop kick. No, we didn't see any V skills yet. Sakura 975 level. I'm not sure. No.
Oh, okay. Shimmy.
Really low risk way to kill for Mika too. One of the biggest crouch light kicks. I was talking about Uriens. I was talking about Receive. Mika's out there too. She just combos so easily with it.
This is set point.
No, what a heartbreaker!
He gets the full combo anyway, but it could have been that much more. So this is set point for Flux. If he's able to take this round, he goes on 3-1. It's not looking good for him though. Okay.
Things have changed.
Everything is different when the dash go attacked.
Yes.
Alright.
And that height was actually high enough for Spaceboy to roll to the other side with the V-skill and not actually get interrupted by Fluxwavez, who's been interrupting the roll-throughs every other time, and is going to have to look for more opportunities to interrupt whatever Spaceboy does in the final game. Yet another 5-game set here in the top 8. Let's go!
Spaceboy is playing a lot of Street Fighter tonight.
The Spaceboy must be exhausted. Hands hurting at this point. But we were talking earlier in the staff chat about how one particular player, MOV, was able to win a very large tournament with a broken hand. So channel some of that borderline self-destructive energy and make it happen. Fighting Mika, you always feel kind of self-destructive. I say that as a Mika.
Having never broken a bone, I really can't imagine playing fighting games with a broken hand.
Yeah, and then winning a KO with a broken hand on your button hand. I can't stop thinking about that.
It's pretty wild. But when you think about where a hand cast goes, I guess it kind of makes sense. Like you don't lose motion in your fingers, even like a hand's broken. It just hurts.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Oh.
And You lose the capacity for motion when you're in the corner, so you jump out. You jump out and get a full punishing kill, guaranteed. Spaceboy. Yeah, earning set point. It would have been set point just the other way if Fluxwavez landed that command grab, which definitely would have killed backwards command grab.
Oh, jumps over the airborne fireball? That was
you
definitely...
Oh, this is bad. Bad for Spaceboy.
Alright, now he's close to stun. He's dead.
Finds it. Yeah, that can definitely kill here. Don't even need to spend anything. So, last game, last round, Shin final.
Final round.
This is it, and they have the same meter again, too.
Oh no. Tempted, but gets the hit. Top reaching again. Spaceboy really singing it all together.
How did Fluxwavez not get comboed there off of the crouch media? I'm not sure what happened, but we can correct all the mistakes previous, almost even up the life here with this command grab.
Spaceboy has activation. We've seen him do so much work with this trigger. He has to build that now.
Oh, yeah, you won't get stunned if you DP them. It even takes so long to recover that your stun might come back.
No! Oh! Flux!
Flux goes over the throw, whip punishes the throw with a regular drop kick, and is so close to getting full meter. I think as Flux, you may want to find a way to build meter, maybe blocking here. Oh, you can get Burton kill!
You don't need it! The EXP should do it! Flux moving on to Grand Finals.
Mika wins.
Does so in a nail biter. Yo, I'm out of nails, bro. I'm biting my fingers at this point. Like, converting off. We saw the air conversion on a crush counter earlier in the EX Peach. EX Peach doesn't do that much damage from Mika. I thought Sakura might have been alive against a character with average life. They would have been alive. You can do EX from this airplane, but it's not always in range. So, with a nice stable confirm, a very stable Mika play, honestly, didn't see that much looping grab OP. It was still Fluxwavez Mika advancing over Spaceboy, earning the chance to fight Mandrake. Mandrake's already in the lobby, ready to play.
Might have been still in Discord. I am still in Discord. Okay.
Yes.
My Discord screen is right behind my Street Fighter screen, so when I clicked on my Discord screen, I thought maybe I changed voice lobbies. But
Oh, thankfully we're not dealing with any ghostly situations. But definitely, as funny as they are, I mean, we remember what happened 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I do it quite often. It's really interesting because a lot of Discords have their voice channels spread like throughout the entire Discord. Like we have it here in our Casa Discord where like we have like the patio, we have, you know, our tournament staff, our stream commentary stuff, you know, we have you know, break rooms, conference rooms. We have a fully built out house on. But
Yeah.
all right, so Flux is not playing around. Starting Grand Finals with the Mika from loser side.
Round one.
Really focusing on earning this title.
Yeah, same way we have to earn the right to pay these players out with the Matcherino. Get in there now, it's Grand Finals. You're not running out of time, but, you know...
You are.
You're, okay, yeah, you are.
Do it now.
Don't miss
Do it
any of
now.
the sets, but also donate to our Matcherino.
If clicking the Matcherino is causing you to miss the set, you need more monitors.
Yeah, that's the solution. Thank you. Productive thinking. Productive thinking, like Mandrake thinking real hard about that headbutt, using his head, literally.
Alright, interrupt on the EX, so Mika's out of bar, but thankfully her friend Nadeshko has her back. Does keep the corner pressure. Mandrake really, well, he worked really hard for the corner and then backed up the entire screen, but he made it work with that Aegis activation.
See, that's Urien's friend, Doc Martin, allowing him to reach up with those boots and anti-air, that out of the corner jump attempt from Fluxwavez. It all started from that one anti-air.
No cap, I have those same boots.
Awesome. Yeah. No one has the pink suit that only Mandrake mains, though. This is very much Mandrake's color.
That's definitely not something anybody I know could pull off. It does match very well with the blue shirt, but Crush countered out of
Whoa,
no
converting
activation.
off of Urien's palm! Are you serious? Let's go, Mika.
Oh, wait. No, seen this one before. 2 bars meter, goes for the reset, same side forward, and just a nice little normal throw. Mandrake gonna take game 1. Quite convincingly.
Yeah, that's the
Urien
rock and hard
wins.
play situation. Mirror's approaching you. Urien can push you into the mirror while crossing you up with Violent's knee. And as Mika, honestly, it's the only thing I'm hoping they're doing, because then I get to get out of the corner with Wingless Hit. Maybe Fluxwavez will keep that in mind, but I don't know. I don't think Mandrake ever does that mix-up, honestly. Mandrake's very much like a strike throw Urien, like a fundamental Street Fighter 5 Urien, which is sounds oxymoronic to a lot of players, but like, look at the man play. He's shooting fireballs and anti-air.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you think about how many Urien players we have here at the Casa alone, and how differently they play, you know, it does kind of a fresh of fresh air.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the question.
totally. And definitely reducing Mika's capacity to breathe with his lawn combo. It just barely didn't kill or stun, and the trade was all he needed afterwards. That trade is 1 frame away from danger, though. That could have very well been Mika clapping you into the corner off of the counter hit jab, and then having V-trigger still to do a safe cross-up mix-up. Oh, that would have been bad for Mandrake.
Yeah, it doesn't get anything off of the launcher. It just takes the map pressure, able to push Mandrake back to the corner a bit more. Coral punches it out. That was a good dive kick there to get past the metallic here. Oh,
Yeah, Fluxwavez is just shy of the combo range for leg kicks. Never shy of that hit confirms range though, is Fluxwavez. Always hitting it. Another medium punch conversion. Still is going to have the meter for the next one if he wants it. And probably won't have to, but heavy? Yeah, for sure.
that was sad. I was about to mention how we haven't seen that many throw attempts yet from Flux, but the thing goes, you only need 1. Gets the crush counter, throws into the corner, reset, headbutts out.
Yeah, that's weird because Fluxwavez should have been able to block there. He did do crouch left punch, which Mika
I think he was
recovered
pushing
very
up.
fast. Yeah, a second button though, maybe, because Mika can melee against headbutt pretty safely with that same button he pressed. So I guess he still didn't believe it by executing it. Oh. Waited once and then did it.
Alright.
Well, he's a goner. Alright, that's 1-1. Congrats to Urien for
Wrap it up.
living the dream up there with Nadeshko and Mika. Screaming in ecstasy. Look at him, he passed out. He just had the time of his life getting super. When Urien is knocked down with his arms across his body like that, it actually just looks like he's sleeping, like uncomfortably at a party. Like that man passed out on the pool table or something.
This guy's waking up with marker on his face. But
Yeah.
I honestly don't think I've ever seen that from Flux. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen him like wake up super like that with somebody dashing in.
Yeah. What's going on? Well, it's Aegis
Activation.
now.
Yeah, Aegis activation. We know this. Been here, done that. We're gonna get a second one in just a second.
Yeah, and it won't be as good no matter what.
No, we won't, because it's EX.
Yeah, DX, and that Grey Life is not going anywhere. It is being carried potentially into the next round here. Fluxwavez taking the lead in the set now. Big switch in momentum. Oh my god, forward momentum with shooting Peach across the screen. This is my shit. Yo,
Yeah,
let's go.
this is the Fluxwavez gameplay. He counters the kick drop, knee drop. Why did I forget what that's called? I've said it like 6 times tonight.
Violence knee drop?
Yeah, knee drop. But no. No, Mika's dive kick.
There's dive bomb, which we just saw, and then drop kick, charge drop kick as well.
Yeah.
Distinguished.
Drop kick was the word I forgot. But it looks like Mika's forgetting that she had a life before this.
She's got it now. Oh god, the days when people confirm off time.
Alright.
Brimstone
Gets a throw. Regular throw.
Super will kill. Be careful. What? That was.
What?
No way. How did that happen? Yo, Mandrake didn't mean to do that direction of Aegis. He did far Aegis by accident, probably because Fluxwavez crossed over. And then afterwards, Fluxwavez thought he'd be having to block mirror point blank, but he just didn't have to. So then Mandrake took advantage of the hesitation and just did throw. Probably maybe even trying to throw tag.
It's a wonderful spaghetti code.
Yeah,
Love
exactly.
to see it. Drop kicks through the fireball. Down sphere is not very magnetic. probably pretty phosphorated now.
Yeah, and I don't even know if Mika's armor is made of metal, so... No magnet.
It's actually made out of bone.
Okay, cool, thank you. I appreciate the Monster Hunter Lord. Do you appreciate this 50-50 mix-up? Oh, it's Strike this time, and Mandrake blocks it out. Even the Commander will kill him. It killed him afterwards after the dropkick, which has been a huge problem for him the whole time. We've seen a couple times he was doing Crouch Fierce into up Metal Sphere, but he wasn't even getting the second hit of Crouch Fierce, so the Metallic Sphere wasn't leading to a combo. So we've seen him get crush countered like 3 times by it. We've seen him block it like 4 times. And we've seen him anti-air the dropkick twice for low reward. So this is seriously a problem for him. It's getting worse every second.
I mean, he does still have an entire set potentially. Mandrake is on winner's side. So he doesn't have to win here. He'd probably really like to. And I'm sure there's a part of Spaceboy that's like, man, I've been playing Street Fighter for 6 hours now. But he is going to slide under the Metallic Sphere. Gets a nice little set up. Drop kick after drop kick. And
the off V reversal, and he takes the Great Life, leading to Oku. Great spot.
And all of that work done by Flux is just evaporated. He is going to activate the dash go. Calls in the friend. Teamwork power. Didn't dash forward far enough, though.
He's trying to just walk and be sneaky about it, but Urien's back walk speed is definitely pretty good. Yeah, right? So he's fine just walking back, and as Mika, your low range is tiny, unless you're willing to commit to sweep and be unsafe. Unless you have the trigger, of course.
But like, you already have the activation in. I feel like you just dashed forward like a madman, because your options are they jump with your command grab, but Nadeshko hits them, or Nadeshko hits them and then you throw them. Like, I feel like the risk reward for just dashing in like a madman there aren't really that severe, except for what happened, right?
Well, yeah, if you're in a situation though where you'll die in 1 hit, they're pretty willing to just like headbutt at the time the death goes coming, or or just stick out a button, because even a trade will be fine with them. Oh yeah,
like
trade won't be
super
fine here. 1 hit stun situation. He got hit by just the target combo overhead and died, allowing Mandrake to show some signs of life. Yeah. Signs of life. I mean, fully alive, breathing, feeling healthy, honestly, tied up.
Yeah, now it is only 1 more game, and we get to find out if we get a reset or we call it a day. So if you're here for Fluxwavez, throw a 1 in the chat, because you're from losers. If you're here for Mandrake, throw a 3 in the chat, because that's how many games he still has to win.
Round
It's
1.
not true.
Fight.
Only in the event of a reset. But I do. That's actually pretty. Hey, he got it. 2 hits this time. Listen, very good.
Let's get a little interruption there from Flux.
See, that's a pretty common Mika decision too. If you hit medium punch on somebody but don't have the meter to convert into EX on the link, you just dash and try and make something happen.
And once again, into the Rift EX throw into the Deshko coverage. Brimstone keeps pressure.
Oh, it's a crush counter combo and dead.
Oh,
But the
no.
mirror is still there, creating the sandwich. And we almost saw a great mirror activation. Mandrake needs to build some more meter if he wants that activation to be safe, but instead he's getting tossed.
Yeah, that was a really weird shimmy. Not shimmy.
Round 2. Fight.
Scramble. Face off. Man, English is failing me tonight. It's not coming together.
Hey, it's not English, it's fighting game terminology. We make it up. We call things meaty. We use Japanese words we don't even fully understand. Yo, what's the Abare here? Oh, he's not mashing? Okay.
What's the... What is it? Yomi?
Yomi? Yeah. A lot of mind games going on. And, yo, what was it Ultra David and Eris said on commentary? What, instead of Okizeme, they were like, Omakazmu.
Final round.
Mika has a lot of bars here, slight meter lead, and really gets Omakazmu going on Urien. Just gotta land something, and he found it with a jump in, and now we're already in the corner. Commander grabs a huge problem if it happens. But
The mash from Mandrake.
very smart of Barrett, throwing the crush counter attempt just before it killed him. Once it gets in, just dashing super.
Just a
Already
counter.
has the mix. Okay, we're in a range now where a single command grab will kill and light combo will kill. Hey, wait, hey, that's not supposed to happen. No, that's a headbutt safe button.
Oh,
and
the
resets afterwards,
reset!
jumping over. I feel for Fluxwavez because
Mika
you're supposed to be
wins.
able to low profile headbutt with that. Maybe he just wasn't holding block, or the frame advantage didn't add up so he could actually go under it. Too bad for him. He'll probably try it again later because he got the reset and we are still playing.
So we have one more best of 5 in the night. True finals coming up on here at the Casa Bunch. This is coming up on your last chance to contribute to the Matcherino, folks. So do that exclamation point Matcherino command in the chat. Follow the link. Copy and paste the coupon code Casa SFV12 into the contribution box, and
Yep.
you will contribute 50 cents free magical money to the pot here. It's the reason for the US's coin shortage at the moment, but hey, coins are a bad investment anyway, so you might as well throw them to the wonderful players that you are watching on the screen tonight.
And I made sure the Matcherino popped up in the chat with our chat command.
With the angry caps lock too.
Fight.
Love to see it.
Yes, of course.
Round
Scream at
start headbutt. You're yelling at the poor bot. Nightbot does so much for us, Monkey. Why would you yell at him? Please? Oh man, not quite that. That's the like third or fourth time I've seen that from Flux, where he does the 2 light chops and then just kind of stops. And Mandrake's like, okay, I'm obviously gonna mash here because you stop pushing buttons.
Right. Yeah. I think that's some of the Yomi we're thinking about here. Speaking of, denies the Aegis for the V reversal. Very smart, and
Not dead.
he's close
Still
to it,
alive.
but not dead.
That was a lot of great life though. Flux tried to get. I think he was thinking that he was playing poison for a second. That's unfortunate. Because he's like, I'll just do crouch medium to break up the violet knee drop, but he's playing Mika, so it didn't work. Well, the timing was different.
Yeah, exactly, right? At least with both of his main characters here, crouch medium punch is the anti-air button. You can count on that one important source of familiarity. That such a strong conversion on a move that just Urien can flail himself at you for so much damage.
Yeah, it's kind of just the body, man. Is that stun? Yeah, it's
Oh,
alright. Game
that-
1 of the reset.
It was a quick one. I didn't see Fluxwavez get much started. Honestly, I was just making sure I put as much Matcherino money in as I could during the first round, with basically literally this.
Yeah, I mean, that was super quick. Mandrake not really letting up now that, his potential second place is on the line. It is do or die time for Mandrake, who has to win this set if he doesn't want to go home in second.
Yeah, so time feels especially short given
Oh.
the reset's no longer even a factor.
Doesn't connect with the meaty, which means Mandrake now gets a turn. Gonna do forward throw, keeping a lot of wall behind Mika. But if you land every hit, it really doesn't matter.
Speaking of landing hits, Mandrake didn't want to land that crouch light punch. He was trying to throw off of it. Fluxwavez got counter hit and was in too much hits on 2B thrown because throw tech saved him, put Urien into the corner.
Yeah, a really nice play from. That was a really nice play from Mandrake. But the one to headbutt the V trigger, and Fluxwavez wasn't in a position to punish the EX headbutt either, which was really unfortunate for him.
Yeah, and probably calculated for Mandrake.
Yeah, I mean, he basically nullified the trigger, doesn't eat a punish for it because Miko was jumping over, and man, every single time Flux is going through this drop kick now, he's getting blown up by that elbow.
Yeah, and that is the immediate result that has changed the score in the sets. It's changed our feeling about the matchup. It's changed neutral pace. Fluxwavez is going to have to start getting a lot more creative, or just have more V-trigger available. Because, I mean, this V-trigger is definitely going to result in a pretty scary mix, which is getting even more damage as a result of saving the headbutt.
Super should be dead, yeah.
Yeah,
Because you got the
it's
power up from Marvisto.
So you go into the next round with a meter deficit, big time. but you're Mika, and the only thing you use meter for is hit converting your EX Peach off medium punch. So now, how about you just don't use as much medium punch, right? That's fine. Yeah, just loop them, and you build
so
a
far
lot.
it's working out.
You build a lot of meter command grab.
Yeah, I mean, you could also live by the mindset of if you overdose on meter, it means you can't build more, so you might as well spend it when you have it.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Although it's really not coming together this round. Mika very much in the deficit, does have full trigger activation, so I do expect either a slide or... that's not what I was expecting. Oh, alright, it's just continuing. Throw escape from Mika. Does get an activation, but another whiff throw into heel kick from Mandrake.
I think Mandrake has so much experience against the Mika matchup and grapplers in general, because Mandrake knows that any comeback would start only from getting command grab there. Whether it's backwards command grab with big range to go into the corner, which is definitely what Fluxwavez tried, or Brimstone to produce OP going forward.
Round 1.
There's just, I don't see any other possibilities. It's so hard for Mika to start a comeback like that from strikes, because all of her rewarding stuff, the pressure comes from lights, right? Can't even hit confirm without meter right there, you saw that. Kind of a problem, right? Mandrake's exposing it.
Yeah, really getting blown up whipping these command grabs too. I know that they are the only opportunity right now for Flux to get the W, but I don't know if it's just he's being too obvious with them, or if Mandrake's really getting, you know, a 100% read rate right now. But Flux, this was his last opportunity to character swap, and he bet it all on Mika. He has to win 3 games in a row with this character, and he is just getting exposed in the true reset.
Yeah. And has 1 round left to not get exposed, one round to cover up. Pretty close to getting a V trigger. He's producing OP. Oh, solid hits. Go all the way to the corner this time.
It's another one into the stun combo with the throw, which means he is in fact dead, especially with the 1 bar meter on deck just to potentially need it, but Mika does just enough damage.
Final round.
If you want to style, you can spend the bar, but save that for when you're taking the game. Maybe towards the end of this round. That was a very quick round steal from Fluxwavez, and achieved by not doing hit confirm in the corner, instead getting that EX command grab for the 1-hit stun. Speaking of EX command grab, we've seen more of this than any Brimstone. Tons of damage and switching sides. The stun is still there.
Yeah. Punch, though, really causing issues. Does get the cross up Nadeshko, but the close mirror really giving trouble to Flux, and he has to win this round. There's no more ages. This is his best opportunity to win.
And if he just meted with something that wasn't medium punch,
oh no!
To do that. He was negative on hit from that range of crouch medium punch, but woke up with medium punch, trusting Mandrake to walk into it. He's hunting for that mix-up to end the tournament, but he won't find it here. He's going to have to go somewhere else in another game in the future. Amazing.
I wonder what he tried to do that got interrupted by the back throw. Because he tried to EX something. It had to have been EX throw. And it got snatched up by Urien's back throw.
Yeah, I think it whiffed in the circumstances. I don't have the instant replay on.
Yeah. Oh no, Flux. Come on, man.
I'm gonna turn on the instant replay. That would in the 102 games we have left. This round is looking rough, but Mandrake fights out. Even 4-players can get there eventually.
Tip of the Nadeshko, Brimstone coming through as well.
That's a very common place for Mandrake to break out with the front is after 1 kick, when the Mika player is ready to mix you up or try to keep their hit confirm going. Wow, whiff punishes the violence knee, and Aegis dissipates just in time.
The reversal didn't have the EX bar for EX head, but that's all he had left. And the spin kick is gonna keep Flux alive.
Yeah. Mika's Sobot counter hit Urien's crouch medium kick, but I also think it might have hopped over, even if Urien had pressed it sooner. It's got some low crush properties on it, pretty cool normal.
Punishes the belly flop. Alright, finally gonna get some cross-up damage through from the Mika. Does keep it under pressure with a nice little head toss. Hits the front side Nadeshko again. I think that's a pretty good adjustment from Flux too. Used to consistently do cross-up. That is indeed gonna connect.
All right,
Still
Urien
alive.
he's got headbutt, he's got wake up Aegis, which is gonna be
Headbutt.
oh, no, it's jump, it's
Oh!
jump control with punish with EX shoulder Aegis. Now you got to deal with the setup. If you get overheaded, he takes the round, and so it happens. And so Mandrake returns to the familiar territory of
Final
last
round.
round. Meterless, both players.
Is the truest of true normal pussies now. Goes at that medium chop, but like you said, no meter, doesn't get able to follow up, tries to spend it, and Mandrake with the interruption.
Yeah, yet another time that a command grab attempt went nowhere. All the damage from Fluxwavez is coming from strikes.
Which, like you said earlier,
So-
not the Mika special. But we do have
Yeah.
set up now. Maybe not.
It's gonna be hard for Mika.
Overthrow.
You get maybe a chance to meeting them, but not a chance to dash at them, and Mandrake knows this. He knows to press crouch, light punch, counter to hit that thing, and an EX headbutt,
wins.
and the rest was history. Mandrake kicks down the door of the Casa and becomes our champion on what I think is his first week entering. No unfamiliar territory for Mandrake. Obviously, our CPT North America Online champion, also the Casa champion. You hold one title of those. It's pretty easy to go and claim the other. But he fought hard to get there. Fluxwavez, with such a strong performance in the reset, followed up with such strong adaptation from Mandrake.
Who didn't drop a set until grand finals, which is pretty impressive when you think about who actually joins. So who not only joins our brackets, but who Mandrake had to play through. So first round, Brad Drake. Second round, Alex Dot. Third round, Marvisto. Then DiegoV. Then Fluxwavez 1. Then Fluxwavez 2. And then Fluxwavez 3. Before finally being able to be crowned the champion here at Casa. And we do have Landlord Bunch here to speak some wisdom.
Yo, that was a good set. I'm not gonna lie. I usually hate on Uriens, but you know, the East Coast Capcom Cup representative is showing out, and I can't lie. I can't. I'm trying to hate. I'm really trying to hate, but I can't. You know.
Even when he takes down Casa's favorite multi-game player, can't hate.
Oh yeah, I could probably hate on that, right?
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah,
sure.
he took it from the
He's
house.
he's a Casa champion now, so he's part of the family, low key.
right.
So yeah, so shout outs to Mandrake. Thanks for coming, dude.
We'll see you
he's-
next week.
Yeah, hopefully, please keep coming. It's nice to see fresh faces, even if they're nasty Urien players. No, but for real, I'm gonna make this super short because it's already midnight. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to all the streamers. Had a new guest streamer today. Shout outs to, oh my god, my name is blanking, but thank you for coming through, homie, holding it
Lord
down at the
Steve.
beginning. Lord Steve,
It's
thank you
Captain
so
Steve.
much. My brain hurts.
This is what tournament organization does.
Lord
to you, bro.
Steve, Jocks, Monkey Business, Doc, Liston,
Yeah, we were short.
Dormancy, my streamers, KO, Dom, Dan, Emily, for Unsocial, Dink, wherever you are, come down, hug me, dog. Plughead on the art. Shout outs to all of New England. I love all of you. Yeah, that's a big fact. Don't let anybody fool you. Shout outs to the whole East Coast. I love y'all. All right.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here. It's been long. We got a post-tournament meeting, and goodbye.
So you heard it there from the landlord himself, folks. So we do want to give a big shout out and thank you to everybody who took part in the chat today. Was one of our viewers able to watch all of the fantastic goodness that the Casa brings to you? And we do want to shout out our players because without them, we wouldn't have a tournament. We wouldn't have anything to stream and we wouldn't have anything to talk about. So we do want to ask you guys to help support them in their cause by hitting that Match Arena link using the Match Arena code CASA SFV12. give some contributions to the players. They earned it. You saw how many games these players had to play tonight. It was absurd. Give them a little thing for their trouble. And once again, thank you everybody for turning out.
Yeah, I have nothing more to add other than thank you for listening to me. I'm Monkey Business, and I'm going to go to that staff meeting and probably linger around in it for a while longer with whoever wants to talk about fighting games. I can do it with myself on the mic for as long as the day is.